Hello and welcome to today's session. In this session, we are going to discuss how to build bar charts using R programming. I'm your instructor Rajesh Durbala and I'm an assistant professor in business analytics and research methodology. So moving ahead, I'll give you simple tips on how to build bar charts. The basic syntax for building a bar plot or a bar chart in R programming is thus. Just simply bar plot. In the bracket you fill in all the arguments. Okay, so I have the part is the numerical values that you have to incorporate in your bar plot. Then you have names.arg, names argument, that is the name or the label that you wish to give for every data set. Okay, so for all the values that you are putting, so which value represents to which bar, the name that you assign, that's what name.arg. Then you have xlab and ylab. Okay, xlab stands for the label that you assign for the x-axis and ylab is the label that you assign for the y-axis. Then the main refers to the name of the chart or the title to the chart, and col, that's the color. Okay, so you can define the colors for your chart. So this is the basic syntax. Let us understand the various arguments. Now part contains a vector of non-negative numerical values, tells the size of the parts. Okay, that's the basic numerical element that creates the bars in your chart. Then main, that's used to display the title of the bar chart. Xlab, used to provide the label for x-axis. Ylab, that's used to provide the label for y-axis. Names.arg, used to display label for each bar. Horiz is an argument which takes Boolean values. Boolean values stands for true or false. That is to say, it defines the orientation of your bar chart. Does your bar stand on the x-axis or y-axis? If horiz equals to true, the bars they stand or they are over your y-axis, and if it's false for horiz, then it's going to be the bars are going to be standing on your x-axis. Then density. Now density defines the shading lines within the bars. Angle is the angle at which the shading lines in your bars are tilted. Okay, they are used to assign the slope of shading lines inside bars. Then color, used to assign color for your bars. Border, this is used to specify a color for the border. And sub, this is used to display the subtitle, if any. Let us say if you want to have a subtitle for your title, you can use the command or argument sub. And legend, obviously the legend is the list of arguments we want to add to the legend. Okay, this is the function. So let's try to do a bit of practice and let us see how we can build a bar chart. Okay, now in this practice I'll be going to my RStudio. This is my RStudio. I will import a data file. You can also import the data file. I'll share the link where you can download the data file and practice on your own. Okay, so the first thing, I'm going to import my data file. Let us see where I have. It's on my hard disk. This is the tab which helps you to import your data file. It's in the Excel format, and this is the tab from where you can browse your file. I go to my hard disk where my files are stored. Okay, now I'm doing the bar chart, so this is the file which I'll be using now to create some bar charts and learn how to create bar charts. Okay, now this bar chart, this talks about the number of students with various educational qualifications. Okay, now I import. Now this is the file, this is my data. I have 55 students who study BTech. I have 70 students who study BCom. I have 25 students who study BSc, 45 for BA and 20 for CA. Now this is the basic, the very elementary bar chart. Okay, now let us do the basic coding. I go to file and I create my new editor, I create my new script. Now this is the script where I'm going to write my coding. So what's the first thing that we do? The moment we get a data file, the first thing, what are we going to do? That is attach. Okay, so first attach your data file, that is bar chart. The moment you write, it's going to give you a prompt. So this is my file. So the first thing that you do, run this. So my file is attached. Okay, now you can start working on your commands. Okay, now let's go back and see what we have learned about our command. Okay, now let's see. I'm facing some problem in. Now this is my command. You can see that is bar chart. For the bar chart, the basic command is bar plot bracket part. Okay, so one by one we will create our vectors. Okay, fine. Okay, let's see. First I'll create the vector for parts. Is it part or parts? It is part. Okay, P-A-R-T, part equals to C. Now just punch in the values, that is 55, 70, 25, 55, comma 70, comma 25, comma 45 and 20. Right, so I have created a vector for part, run it. Okay, then I have this. I'll create the next vector for color, OLOR, color equals to C. Let us say I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 qualifications, so 5 colors. Okay, so one is red, yellow, blue, green, and white. Okay, so I have created a vector for the colors as well. Fine. Now what is the other vector? Okay, let's create names.arg. Okay, let us say I'll put the vector as qual. Okay, qual equals to, let us say that's for qualification. Okay, so one is BTech, I have BTech, comma, again the next one is BCom, then the third one is BSc dot SC. Okay, third is BSc, then I have BA and CA, B dot A dot. Okay, then I have CA. Okay, so I have created a vector for qualifications. Fine, so most of the arguments are there. Now bar plot, let us build the bar plot. Right, bar plot. Now I have part, comma, let us say call equals to color. Okay, then I have names dot arg equals to call. Okay, let us say I want to give a name to this chart as educational background. Okay, I'll write main equals to educational background. Fine. So this is another. I have created, I think I have incorporated most of the arguments. Yes, I have almost the major things. Okay, now for xlab and ylab. Okay, now I just want to put ylab, I just want to put frequency over there, and for xlab I'll say qualification. Okay, so let us say xlab equals to qualification and ylab is equal to frequency. Fine. Okay, run it and boom, I have my bar chart. Okay, so just let me expand it and show it to you. Now this is my bar chart. Seems good, looks nice. Okay, so we have tried to create a bar chart. So in the next lecture that we'll meet, we'll learn how to create various other types of bar charts like stacked bar charts. Okay, till then you can get in touch with me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. You can write to me directly at rajesh.bala@gmail.com. Thank you till then. You have been a great audience.